I'd like to call the Public Works meeting to order on Monday, May 18th at 5:02. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Alderman Hamel?
Here.
Alderman Kapusta?
Here.
Alderman Terrence?
Here.
Director Kreger?
Here. Statement of public notice.
Meeting was posted in accordance with open meeting laws on Friday, May 15th.
Approval of minutes. Do you want me to read the line underneath it? Okay.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then, okay, then you, Scott, we'll do
As a
read
prior-
status, so if you want to.
Just read the headline. That's what I used to. Okay. The status of projects.
All right, first one is Great Water Lines. So Great Water Lines is also the Waukesha Water Project. It's the big one that they need, the city of Waukesha needs to take down and return to the Root River. So this is to kind of let you know, this is my notes, there's nothing really on there. So contract six is the one that they're doing, that's the city of Waukesha. That is out to bid right now. They are looking for contractors to do that work. There is a website called the Great Water Alliance. We also have one set up on the City of Muskego website. You click on that, that will take you to the Great Water Alliance. That will give you all the information that you need about this project. So this project, I have a lot of people here, so I'm going to explain to you. It's pretty much going to take down the whole east side of Muskego. The contractor has between 2020 and 2022 to do this work. It's a very large project. It is going to be cumbersome for traffic for everyone in Muskego, and I'm just kind of letting everyone know about this. The city of Muskego, we just finished our third review of the plans, and we gave that to the city of Waukesha for their work. They were supposed to do another public information for this work, but because of COVID-19, they haven't been able to schedule one. So they know that they are supposed to be doing one, and it's supposed to be in the city of Muskego. I believe 3 years ago they did one at the high school, if anyone did attend that one. So again, the biggest thing to do is go on our website or go to the Great Water Alliance and really pay attention. There will be some road closures while this work is going on. Next one, Hillendale reconstruction. So I always give this one up to date. So the city of Muskego, we just reviewed the 90% plans, and we got that back to the consulting engineer. What we do with the city, the 90% plans is, you all came to the second PIM. I've gotten a ton of calls to myself and to the consultant both. We went through that, and then we kind of like really getting to the details of the plan. So I know a lot of the requests have been to try to save as many trees as we can. So we are trying to look at making the ditches still enough for stormwater, but at the same time saving as many trees as possible. So the next game plan is, once we get those plans, we will get them on the website, and anyone can go and review those plans, and you can come in to talk to me, you can talk to the consultant. The next thing is we're starting utility coordination. That means AT&T, Time Warner, We Energies, whoever is in the way of our plans, they need to come up with a way to kind of move their utilities before we do our work, which is a full road reconstruction. The plan is to put the plans out to bid in November, December of 2020, get the best bids possible, and then start that work in March of 2021, and hopefully get it done in the fall of 2021. So that is our game plan right now, and that is a full reconstruction. We would close the road except for to local traffic and no driving through. And it's easy because you have Racine Avenue as a nice kind of like detour route through it. I am done with my updates on the status of projects.
New business. Do you want me to read each one?
Yep,
Okay.
I will. So,
Do you want me to
okay,
read some?
you read.
Okay. Discussion, update, and possible action may be taken on any of the following. Acceptance of public water main from Muskego School Apartments Commonwealth.
Okay, so I am going to give everyone, there's some new faces up here, kind of what we do and what this process is, and just to kind of let you know. So there's a development and there's anything public, like public water main, public roadway, public sanitary, public anything, what we need to do as a city is, one, we need to review it through our engineering and consultant. Once that is done, the next thing we do, and we get approval, is we work on developer's agreement. Developer's agreement is between us and the developer. And that developer agreement will also go between finance and common council. And tied to that developer's agreement is either some type of letter of credit, bond, or cash. What that means is eventually one day we're gonna take over these utilities or these roads, so we wanna first make up the code. In this developer's agreement, we say, hey, let's say something happens and like back in 2008 when people started going bankrupt, you put up enough letter of credit or bond that we can use those funds to finish the project. That's why you see like public roads and sanitary sewers, and you'll see a developer's agreement that'll be coming to finance and common council next. So there's kind of like 3 steps. First, we go through public works. Second, we go through finance and common council for developer's agreement. Third, the last thing is, once it's all in and our inspectors give you okay, we're then going to do a public dedication of improvements. That will come back to finance and common council. So what you guys see is you kind of see the first leg of it where we approve these things for public dedication. Then you'll see this kind of come back again through a DA with the same idea. And then you'll see it a third time coming back for a dedication. So that's kind of just the process for everyone who's on here who hasn't seen this before. So what the first one is, acceptance of public water main from Muskego School Apartments or Commonwealth. This is the old Muskego School Elementary. All you're seeing is the water main. The rest of the stuff will be privately owned, like their roads inside. So this is just the public water main. So what I'm looking for is, we have always just had our consultants internally, we review it, and we have you to approve it based off of how we also say on it, contingent upon things. And why we say contingent is, whenever you build something in the field, there's always that something comes up. So the last thing I want to do is bring the plans back if we have to make a little slight adjustment with our inspectors or engineers in the field. So we just want to make sure that we have that contingency that allows the process to go forward. So the first one, what I'm looking you to do is just accept a public water main for the Muskego School Apartments Commonwealth. And there's just 2 plans that are attached to it. So, any questions?
Need a motion to
Yep.
approve it.
Move to accept.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, second one, very similar to the first one. Acceptance of public water main for Quick Trip. Now, the Quick Trip, I'm not sure it's already started. If none of you know, on the corner of Janesville Road and College, that will be a Quick Trip. Here again, all we have for public utilities is just the water main. So again, we're just looking for acceptance for the public water main for the Quick Trip.
Anybody, motion to approve?
Move to accept.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the third one. Any type of sign request from the public versus presented to me through an alderman. This was in case Alderman Wolf asked for this. So again, in the letter, it describes that there is a turtle sign out there on Durham Road, just kind of south of where our Durham boat launch is. And the one woman who was making a request that there's more turtles out there. Now, this is one where it's kind of an open discussion you guys can talk about back and forth. I always kind of give my engineering standpoint one way or another. Now, in cases where there's might be something a little bit more, I ask the police to give me a traffic report or accident report. Usually those are like, should we put a stop sign here? Should we add extra lights? So I always try to give you accidents for like the last 5 years, injuries from those accidents. Was there any deaths? That's a big one. How bad the accidents were to provide to you. In this particular case, this person, there is a turtle crossing sign, and she's asking for multiple signs. Now, I give you my engineering standpoint. When we start seeing too many of these yellow warning signs out there, what happens is people start ignoring them. And as you keep putting more and more up there, you don't really know which one you're supposed to do. Now, there's already one up there. So I kind of say, yeah, there's one up there. We have one up there. But at the same time, too, is if you keep putting how many out there, do people get confused by that or the fact that it's kind of a whiny road and I think there's some already out there for letting people know? You guys can have your discussion on the matter and I kind of leave it up to you. But if you do come up with a decision, the only request I ask for you is, one, how many signs you would like, and two, give me a reference of where that sign is on where do you want me to put them. Because if I don't know how many signs you want me to do, or I don't know where it is, I need to give direction for DPW. Now, one other thing too, if it was like a stop sign or something where a ticket could be written, then this would also, after, if it would go one way from you guys, it does also have to go to Common Council for approval, because it's important that we get that on record, because that means the cops can write tickets for it. In this case, it's just a yellow warning sign, so that wouldn't need to go to Common Council.
So how many signs has Donna requested? One?
She just said, could you put more?
In there.
No, she just said that she could put up more. So
But we have one there already.
we have one there already going on the south. If you're heading south, it's on the west side of the road. And it's just past the Durham.
Is it just
Boat
past
launch.
right before?
It's right around that Durham boat launch. That's my understanding. So
Is there one going the other direction? Is that sort of the request? Potentially you have like a matching?
there. It's on both sides.
There is one on both sides? Oh,
Yeah.
like facing both directions? Okay.
I've never been a big fan of signs. I don't know really what they do, to be honest with you. We already have some there, so it's just, I'm kind of ambivalent with this. It's just, I don't like seeing signs everywhere personally, unless it's, there's nothing there and there already is one.
I agree with you, Bob, but I guess at this point I would reach out to Donna, find out where she might think another additional sign might be better, and let's find out. Kind of a community service. I don't think no harm, no foul. So just a thought, and I would reach out to Donna and see where she might find to be the best location. So obviously she might know more than we do on this issue. So I would go ahead and get back to her and see what we can do. Right. Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
Thousands.
That's overly optimistic.
Liars. My wife can't even watch it.
Okay, the sign that's out there currently was actually created by her and put in the location that she requested.
Okay.
People aren't paying a lot of attention to the signs that are there now, by the way, just saying.
And that's my problem with the signs is, as Scott said, if you put up too many, people are just going to start ignoring them. So that one's there. I see it every time I go down the street, you just got to pay attention, I guess, what's on the road in front of you. I don't know where else you would want one. Do you think that would be best, is to still reach out to her?
I would reach out. I think it's just good community service and good communication. And I don't think another sign's going to hurt. So that's just my thought.
Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I mean, I'm not anti-turtle, so I don't know.
Yeah.
My first thought was it sounded like there was only a sign facing one direction, which seemed a bit odd to not have it both directions. But if it's both directions, I mean, how localized is the crossing? I've driven it, and I can't say I ever remember seeing the sign point out like it's not a red sign, so I don't have to. There's turtles crossing. So maybe having feedback from
Donna, yeah.
From Donna, yeah, to say, hey, is there a 100-foot stretch where you put one at the top half and one at the bottom half so that at least people are aware?
Sure.
Did you need a motion on that to reach out to her, or just guidance?
Yeah, I would think what I'm hearing from you guys is maybe a motion to defer it to the next meeting and ask for me to reach out to her, ask how many signs she wants, and maybe the location, and then I would bring it back to you. And when you defer it, it still stays on there,
Right.
and then we can just bring it again.
Sounds good.
You want to do that?
Yep. Make a motion to reach out to Donna in regard to these signs, find out best location and the number or amount that would be good for this, and report back to us.
A second.
All those in favor of deferring this until more information from Donna?
Aye.
Aye. New business placed on file. Is there any new business? No? No, okay. Communications and miscellaneous business as authorized by law.
Okay, got two big communications. One, there's been a lot of storm sewer drainage calls in the last couple days. So we will try to get to everyone in the next week or so, but just please be aware. The second one, which is a big one, we had a sanitary sewer failure last night in the Lake Forest subdivision. Our guys were out there pretty much all night long working on it. I think we got it assessed of what we need to do. Tomorrow there will be a contractor called DF Tomasini coming in. From the last reports I got, there was 3 manholes that failed. One in Lake Forest, one in Overlook Bay condominium, and I think maybe one behind McDonald's. I got to check for sure. But we are well aware of the situation with everything. We are working on it diligently, and we're hoping to get this work done throughout this week. Now, please be aware, some of these sewers are pretty deep. And what we're concerned about is some of the groundwater. Right now, the groundwater is pretty high. So what might take us a day, half a day to do, might be pushed out to 2 or 3 days for it. So we are well aware of the situation. Ironically, there's another Scott. He's the DPW utility guy. He's been taking calls and working on it, and I've taken a couple calls as well. So we are well with all the situation. You guys can't speak to me now about this, but after the meeting, I will stick around, and if you want, you can give me your concerns. I'll have a piece of paper. You can write your names and addresses down, and we'll kind of work through this thing. So it's just kind of a public announcement, but just to let you know, it was a pretty big deal. So.
Thanks, Scott. I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.